Welcome to episode 8 of the Chaotic Goodness Podcast, where the dice shame us.
This is Wade speaking to you again. Where we last left the crew, they had discovered a strange underwater base somewhere in the middle of a volcano of all things. Rin had decided that she would dive into the air exchange vent in a spacesuit and infiltrate the base to see if the cargo they are looking for and Dr. Ezekiel was ordered to destroy is on board. We join the crew now as Rin begins her entrance.
So you go walking into the submarine, and right now things are quiet. What exactly are you doing?
I'm on the submarine. Am I still in the vent?
At this point, you're walking out of the air exchange vent onto the submarine proper.
Okay, and submarines are very small.
Yeah, this one
has 500 tons of cargo on it. We think.
This one's kind of sizable.
Okay. I will cautiously look for some sort of cargo area.
Are you just going to wander around the ship until you see something that looks, or you go where you think a cargo area would be? I
go where I would think a cargo area would be.
Okay. So you go through. Are you trying to be undetected as you go through?
Yes.
Give me another physique roll to sneak.
Oh, that one, 10.
Okay, you managed to go undetected. At one point,
flawless victory.
At one point, you hear voices.
I'll roll really crappy soon.
Fatality.
Hush your mouth.
At one point, you hear voices coming down a corridor, and you stop and you kind of blend in with the machinery, and you don't see anybody coming, but you hear the voices slowly fade away, and then you continue onward. Give me, if you're looking for the cargo area, give me an assessment roll. Roll your expertise.
Expertise. Well, that's not as good. 6.
Oh, you get lost.
Figures.
You do not find the cargo. So, Steve.
Definitely Velma.
Steve, instead of the cargo area, what part of the submarine does Rin find herself in?
Pilot's room. The
helm?
The helm, thank you.
Okay, so you walk in.
Oh, great.
You're actually at the helm, which is empty.
Oh, empty. Okay. Is there an up button?
The button you're looking for would be labeled surface.
Give me.
It's just an up arrow.
Give me an expertise roll for assessment.
9.
You figure out the controls well enough. You know how to surface this thing. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just say that you figure out how to surface it. You don't get anything else special. You don't get any data points to operate this thing.
I figured out how. Okay. Guys, I got a little turned around. I could surface the submarine, but should I?
Actually, since Gideon is jamming everything, you can't communicate with the shuttle.
I can't communicate with you, but I'm going to talk to myself as if you're here with me.
We are
Sounds
now the
about right.
voices
If
in your
only
head.
we had
What
a
would they
psychic on the
say?
ship that could reach out.
Can't do that
Yet.
Just, I'm like living for the moment that I can speak into his mind
Let's see.
and freak the fuck out of him.
Hintal and Flossie would want me to surface so they could blow it up.
Now think of what the intelligent thing to do is.
I'm going to continue looking for the cargo bay, because if it's not here, then there's no purpose.
Give me actually, if you want to, you're at the helm. You could probably pull up the plan. The map of this thing. If you give me an interface roll.
-4?
Mother of fuck.
What?
So that is a complete failure. So Kim, as she's playing around with the computer system, she accidentally does something she should not have done. What does she do?
Pornhub.
He rolled
Christmas music.
Christmas music. You
X gonna give it to you.
you turn on the intercom from this room to the whole ship.
And Rin unknowingly says into the intercom,
Oh shit, that wasn't it.
Whoops.
I just that feedback noise. That oh shit, wrong button. Click.
so now what does Rin do?
We'll quickly leave.
So you go running out of the helm. Right at this point, you see, there are people rushing to the helm right now. So you're going to encounter a conflict unless you're actively trying to avoid one.
Unless I'm actively avoiding one.
Yeah, so you would have to do another sneak roll with physique.
I will sneak.
Okay, give me a roll.
Shit. 8.
8. You succeed at a cost. So you actually managed to, let's see, you get past them, but not unscathed. So James, what happens to Rin as she gets past she gets around them, but maybe not completely undetected? What happens?
Well, she's not used to going through a submarine, because they're super small and they have, I don't know what they call
Completely unlike a
bulkheads.
spaceship.
No, actually, probably very much so.
Okay.
I would guess. And she tags her head on one of the portholes, and then not bad, but like a bong, ow, and then she falls face first when she gets to the door because they're not flat flush doors.
Okay. So you get past the guys, but you whack your head and fall over through a bulkhead.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of head wounds today.
Maybe not bad enough for a brace for impact roll because you do have the skill harder.
Yes.
So you probably do more damage to the bulkhead than it does to you. However, you do fall down and it does make a lot of noise and it alerts some other people in there. You do see, it looks like at least one person comes running up to you. He's definitely a farmer. He's wearing the clothes.
Mm-hmm.
He's large. He's muscular. And he has a stun baton in his hand. And it looks like he's coming for you. So what does Rin do?
Okay, he has a stun baton. I will...
Shoot him in the face.
No, I will not do that.
That is one.
That is exactly what you should do.
I will try to disarm him and disable him, not lethal, but...
So that is that's physical altercation. So you would have to give me a physique roll. It's entering melee combat, basically.
6.
You fail completely. So, Rin,
Mm-hmm.
which, let me see, as he hits you, this large muscular guy hits you very hard with the stun baton. I need you to give me a brace for impact roll first. We'll do that.
And what is that?
That is 2 dice plus your armor. And you're also harder, so you ignore 1 level of severity.
I rolled a 7.
Because you're harder, you only suffer a minor injury. However, it is a stun baton, so you do lose consciousness.
That's unfortunate.
Especially since she doesn't have any way to communicate with us.
That's right. Time passes. Kim, where does she regain consciousness, and what situation is she in?
Oh dear. So she is restrained and inside a room that has just a table and a few chairs, kind of like an interrogation sort of a.
Okay, is anybody else in this room?
Not at the moment.
Okay, so Rin, you regain consciousness tied to a chair in a bare room.
Okay. Is there any way for me to get out of my ties?
I mean, you're tied pretty tightly. I mean, however, you are pretty strong, so you can try that. However, as you're looking around trying to assess the situation, the door opens and a woman walks in, and she's dressed in, simple clothes and everything. She's like laborer type clothes, not like what you'd be expecting, I guess, on this frontier world. So she walks over to you, and she's kind of standing in front of your chair and everything. And she looks at you and says, "Now, miss, why are you on my submarine?"
I was looking for stolen cargo.
Who sent you? Are you with Megatri?
No, I work for my own.
She looks very skeptical at you. Give me a influence roll to see if your easy manner can put her at ease.
12.
Holy shit! Good.
I think that's a yes.
So you are telling the truth, and so she kind of believes you and everything. It's like, so if Megatri didn't send you, why are you here? How did you find us?
We just heard rumors that some of the plant cargo was stolen.
And what do you care about the cargo?
It's money.
Yeah, it is.
I think we're probably in the same business.
At this point, a man comes walking in, simple clothing and everything too. And he comes walking in, and she kind of turns on him and says, "I told you not to come in here." He's like, "I overheard. She said she's here for the cargo. You know what you got to do. We're not killing anybody today." And he looks kind of upset at this, and he's just glaring at you. And he's still talking to her while looking at you, and says, "If she's going to interfere with our livelihood, I say better her than us, because you know what will happen if they find it."
If who finds what?
He looks over at you and says, "You stay out of this, Missy."
Well, maybe we could help each other out.
The woman, she puts her hand up. She's like, "Cletus, just shut up. Let me think." All right. She looks over at you, says, "Help us out how?"
I don't know. It sounds like you're in a predicament. And I have people who know I'm here, so it would be very unwise for you to kill me.
Cletus looks over at you and says, "The same people that are jamming our comms right now?"
Probably, yeah.
He kicks something in the room, makes a loud clattering sound around the bulkhead, and he curses loudly. And the woman is trying to calm him down. That she just kind of tries to usher him out of the room and everything, but he's not having it. So she just kind of ignores him and goes back over to you. So you broke into our home. You threatened us. And now you're trying to get us. That you're saying that you can do something for us.
Well, when I broke in here, I thought you guys were bad people. But the mention of livelihood, maybe you guys are just trying to make ends meet. Maybe there's something more important here.
Okay. Give me an influence roll. Oh, is that?
It's snake eyes.
You completely fail. So at this point, you're trying to reach out to make a connection with this woman, some kind of emotional bond here. Cletus at this point has lost his temper, and he comes over to you and he slaps you so hard you go falling over backwards.
Ouch.
It's a good thing that since you're augmented, it really doesn't hurt. You really don't take any damage from that.
It hurts my pride, though.
Yeah, it hurts your pride. It shuts you up, and the woman and Cletus are now arguing loudly. Cletus is saying what needs to get done. Basically, gonna shunt you out of the submarine underwater, let you drown, and she's arguing with him, saying she can help, and you know what situation that we're in. If Megatri finds out what we're doing, we're all dead anyway. This has been going on for quite some time, actually. Steve, how long was Rin unconscious?
15 minutes.
It's been a while. It's been a good 20 minutes or so since anybody heard back from Rin.
We're actively being jammed. We know that
we are jamming, but it's been 20 minutes or so, and Rin hasn't gotten out. And so Gideon's like, "So what should we do, guys? Should we drop the interference long enough to get a comm out, or what?"
That might not be a bad idea.
Just to check in?
We could threaten them.
Well, possibly, but we need to see what's going on, and I can monitor, see if they're sending out any transmissions.
Is it possible to blanket jam most of the frequencies, but not the one that our comms operate on?
I am going to have to. I mean, I don't think our sensors are fine-tuned for that, but I'll see what I can do. Gideon tries to work his magic. He rolled an 11. Yeah, he succeeds completely. So he actually blocks most of the commonly used frequencies. It's a good thing that this crew uses an uncommon frequency for just such an emergency, apparently.
Bum, bum, bum.
Amazingly enough.
Because we're smart.
On occasion.
Yes.
All the time.
We done good.
We done did good.
So Ren, as you get slapped really hard, your ears are ringing, and then all of a sudden you realize that that's not ringing. That's feedback coming from your communication bead.
Oh,
and you hear Gideon going, "Ren, you in? Do you hear me, Ren?"
yes.
Oh, good, you're in. What's going on? What's your status?
I got captured. I'm talking to them. It's not looking great at the moment, but I think we could. I think we could figure out some sort of thing here. I don't think we should hurt these people.
Can you let us talk to the lady?
Wait, so she got captured?
Yeah, but we also have a ship in orbit with missiles and can blow up their submarine if they threaten to kill her. So we kind of got it.
With her on it?
Well, if they're threatening to kill her, we'll just blow their shit up anyway.
Well, Ren's tough.
She can handle it.
Yeah,
I have faith in her ability. I have faith in her
I don't
abilities.
think she's
hey,
that
Ren,
tough.
you should totes let us talk to whoever the boss is over there.
They're farmers.
The couple is still arguing, so they're not paying attention to you right now.
Did I catch the woman's name? She didn't offer her.
No.
name,
Well, actually, during the argument, Cletus does say her name is Darla. She's like, "God damn it, Darla!"
Excuse me, Darla.
She turns over to you.
The people on my end would like to speak to you. I think we might be able to figure out an arrangement. I need to talk to him first, though, before.
So Darla and Cletus kind of give each other a questioning look to each other. Darla looks over at you, says, "Well, if they want to talk to us, at the very least we can do is hear you guys out."
And Tall,
Yeah?
what are you going to offer them?
Well, I got to find out what they want first.
I think they want the cargo.
Well, then, cool. Let's start talking.
Honey, what frequency are you transmitting on, honey? Because I think everything's still jammed.
6327.
6327.
She goes to her little thing on her wrist, and she hits a few buttons, and then the the honey badger is passed through into this room. And Darla, just kind of looking around at the speakers and everything, says, "All right, looks like you caught us with our pants down and you want to talk. So you go ahead and talk."
Well, you got a couple things we want, and we got a couple things you want. So maybe we can come to an arrangement.
All right, I'm listening.
All right. You let our crew member go and give us the cargo, and we won't rat you out or blow you up or do any number of other crazy things.
Oh, sugar, I wish we could work something out, but we need that cargo.
What do you need the cargo for? Like, really, what do you need it for?
Give me an influence roll.
8?
So you got an 8. Okay, so that is, you succeeded a cost. She says, "Well, I don't know if you've looked around on this world, but circumstances here, not so good for us simple folk. We live in not so great conditions. Not in the best of health. Megatri kind of left us in a lurch, expect us to work ourselves to death for them. And the only way to get off world requires money. And that's just something we ain't going to get if we continue to work for Megatri, because they pay us in useless corporate script."
Oh. Well, yeah, fuck those guys.
Yeah.
But all you want is off world?
Absolutely. We made some deals to get the money to get off this world, and the people we made the deals with wouldn't take too kindly to us not having their cargo for them when they arrive.
Well, we're already here. Why don't we take you off world for the cargo?
I think we're still on the hook. I don't want them hunting us down. They ain't exactly the nicest of people.
Who is it?
Let's see.
If you just
here.
disappear from your vessel, how are they going to track you down?
Christy, what faction did they make a deal with?
The Unidor?
Now, I appreciate. I think you're offering to take us with you, but the Unidor have ways of finding people that don't want to be found. Henthal, that is a name that strikes fear into your very core.
How long until these guys are supposed to be here and stuff?
Gideon says, guys, there's a large ship coming our way.
Oh, shit.
According to the transponder, it's a Unidor ship. What should
Blow
we
it
do?
out of the sky.
Tactical
Oh, can I do
nuclear
that?
strike.
Can I?
Ship's a little bit big for that. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
They're probably not expecting a surprise attack.
Right.
And we have missiles.
Surprise.
But I'm open to suggestions from the group, as always.
So far, everybody said blow it out of the sky.
And then Darla, at that point, Darla on the comm says, "Oh, they should be getting here about any time now."
This is too big a ship for you two people and the tiny amount of cargo. I think they're trying to screw you.
Well, what do you mean?
We need to sneak attack.
You're gonna give me an influence roll there?
Sneak attack.
Somebody can aid you.
I got a 9, 11.
So Henthal gets involved into a partial success. So the both of you together are trying to convince her of something. So what are y'all doing? Role play this out.
Go ahead and talk to her, and then I'll jump in.
So, I think this is one of their slaver class ships. This is big enough to steal everything you have, take you on board, and brainwash you into...
This is all based on our perception. So Rin sees them as humanitarians. Henthal sees them as murdering savages.
They're going to inculcate you.
Can we video chat down to her? Like, do we have to?
This is all. You can do holographic. Yeah, sure.
All right, so I'm gonna pop in and like
Okay.
let her see that this might be my aid to him.
Okay.
And let her see like the panic and fear in my eyes. Like, no, you need to be afraid. This is not something they fuck around with. They bring this out for like people collection.
So that is convincing enough to her. She's like, well, shit. How are we going to get out of here?
Surface will pick you up and go. I got a ship in orbit. Let's fucking run.
The Unidor vessel is far enough out. It's going to take some time to get to you guys. So you're going to try to get the submarine to vessel, the submarine to surface, get the passengers on the ship. Are you doing anything with the cargo? Are you trying to move that?
Probably be a good idea.
If we really wanted to piss off the Unidor, we could scuttle the ship and destroy all the cargo.
They're going to need something to get
That
them started.
As much as you can carry. We'll leave the rest of it, scuttle it.
Because the shuttle, the cargo for the shuttle is not nearly large enough for
2 tons or 5 tons? 5 tons.
No, for a lot of
Yeah.
this cargo.
Load up the bags and run. We'll get you off world.
And
Let's
this is
go.
Honey Badger 1, so it's your cargo space is mostly taken up by the med bay.
That's right.
Basically, you tell them to surface, and you guys are going to fly by their cargo ramp, and then they're going to push some cargo on and jump on the ship, and you guys are going to take off. Okay, so this is going to take a lot of coordinated effort, moving, and luck. So Darla unties you, Rin, and apologizes for her, idiot husband.
Thank you.
Henthal, they're going to surface, and I need you to give me a metal roll to position the ship exactly to get the optimum amount of passengers and
Flossie.
cargo.
I need explosives. What do you got?
No,
I have
12.
explosives. What kind do you want?
We need to blow up the submarine.
Ooh, can I help?
Trigger the
Yes.
volcano.
Sweet.
Liquid hot magma.
And what did Henthal roll?
Hental got a 10, but then I add 2 to my from my metal, and it turns into a 12.
Oh, that is
Pilot.
best success. All right. So Henthal pilots the ship to the cargo area effortlessly. So what is Flossie doing?
Flossie is going into her secret compartments to find several different kinds of explosives and detonators.
Okay, give me,
The need for speed.
man, I don't know. Give me a face adversity roll using your expertise. We're going to see how well you can position these charges to scuttle the submarine.
So that would be a 9.
Okay, so you position the explosives well enough that it's definitely going to scuttle the submarine. However, it takes too much time, and the Unidor vessel is now right over you. You got the passengers, you got Cletus and Darla, and a couple of other farmers on the Honey Badger 1, along with one crate of the cargo, which is all you could get on there. The ship is also very crowded right now. You seal up the ship. The Unidor ship is literally hovering over the Honey Badger 1 right now. What do you all do?
I would like to shoot it.
Okay, Flossie gets into the turret.
What?
Is there any indication that they, like, we're small, they're huge. There's also a submarine and a liquid hot magma-filled volcano. Have they noticed us?
Well, they did start noticing you after Flossie opened fire on them.
I didn't start opening fire yet.
She said she would like to. I want to, and actually doing are very different things.
Yes.
Like,
I
want to get shithoused tonight. I am not shithoused.
Flossie, give me a metal roll to see if you have the self-control not to shoot at them.
Can I roll to aid?
Dear gods.
Yes, you can. You can get involved. That's going to be influence on your part, Hental.
So that would be a 7. What did you roll?
Not good enough to help.
Jesus God, we're gonna.
So you fail. So Hental,
I did what I usually do, which is like passively ignore Flossie. And it was like, yeah, it's a great idea. No, wait.
So he shouts no wait at just the right time. You move the turret out of the way as you pull the trigger. You don't hit the ship. You just fire off away.
Is the sub going to explode?
Oh, it's destined for that.
Well, it's rigged to go. All Flossie has to do is hit the detonator.
We should probably get away from it first. There's a lot of explosives on that thing.
And let's make sure to record this explosion because this is going to be awesome.
It's going to be amazing.
High stress flying maneuvers. So Hental, you need to give me a metal roll to fly out from under the Unidor ship and get away unscathed.
Is it just one large ship that's above us now? Or?
Yes.
Okay. Is there? Hey, Wade, can you help out in any way?
Wade, Gideon says Wade is currently on the Badger. I am here. I'm manning the shields. Wait, no, there are no shields. Oh, there are no shields on this. Never mind. Gideon says
You both should be on the ship because we went up with the sensor and shield.
Yes, but
one.
Wade is not omnipresent. He's on the Irritated Badger systems. That's his home. So Gideon is manning the engines. He's the engineer right now.
Okay, sweet deal.
So he is pushing out as much juice as he can to give you the speed that you need.
Hoping this doesn't fail miserably. That one top tipped and came back. Is that a reroll or?
That's what is that total? That's a
4, 6 right there.
6. Gideon actually gave you enough to give you a partial success. I need everybody on this ship to brace for impact.
Alrighty then.
You are on a ship, so that might be a little bit different. No, it's not different.
That is not a happy sound.
10.
What did you roll, Steve?
6.
Howie.
Oh, darn.
I got 10.
All right.
Sucks when somebody else is flying. Fucks you up, doesn't it?
10 over here.
Who all got 10 or better?
I did.
Dibs.
Here.
So everybody but Dr. Ezekiel. All right. So all of you guys,
Surprise.
all of you take minor injuries. Let's see.
Dr. Ezekiel suffers debilities.
He is a debility.
Yeah, so does
Hey,
Gideon.
Doc, you gotta do something to
Yes.
stand there and bleed.
So Dr. Ezekiel, the shuttle takes some fire, and not being shielded, it takes the brunt of the damage. The entire shuttle lurches to the side. Everybody gets tossed around in there. Most of you are okay. However, Dr. Ezekiel takes a very hard hit. You take a major wound. And James, what debility does the good doctor suffer?
Ooh.
This is a chance for some payback.
Ooh. We need his fingers, though, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the things he uses to stitch with. We need stitches frequently.
He now... All right, so as, like, we all lurched sideways, he slammed his head into the bulkhead, but it was like flat on his ear, so like there's a little like pressure cavitation going on, and so now he has tinnitus in his left ear, ongoing and misery-inducing. There's a constant buzzing.
Thank
Like
you,
that.
James. Thank you, James.
It's because I care.
All right, so now your bell got rung pretty badly, and that is a debility you need to deal with. Okay. However, you took some fire doing that. Some of y'all got damaged. Now you need to
Blow the sub.
You need to burn to the irritated badger. Flossie, are you going to blow the sub? Flossie hits the detonator. The sub goes up beautifully. And
We got that on video, right?
yes, we did.
Sweet deal.
And
Did you see the pattern? Did you see? I did it in a whole pattern. It looked like a big flower. It was so cool.
Yes.
She works really quick when it comes to explosives. So, Hansel, I need you to give me another face adversity roll with your metal to fly this sucker to get out of the danger. And Gideon is going to aid you.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
You got another failure, didn't you?
I got a 2.
A 2?
Yeah.
It's a good thing Gideon helped you completely. So he turned a failure into a partial success. The ship is still firing at you. Everybody, give me another brace for impact roll. And the ship itself is taking a hammering. Oh.
Oh, man.
That would be an 8.
7.
9.
Okay. So, So, most of y'all already have minor injuries, right? And you took another minor injury. You took a minor injury from the ship. Flossie, you already had a minor injury, so that upgrades it to a major injury.
Yeah.
All of you, none of you succeeded. Did anybody get a 6 or less?
No.
Okay, so nobody gets debilities. However, everybody does take a minor injury. I mean, a major injury.
What if I already have a major injury?
So I have a major and a minor then?
You have
Oh, great. The doctor is critical.
Major, minor?
the doctor is not looking good at all.
Well, that's nothing new.
We're talking like major trauma here. Let's see. What Steve, what would you like to happen to you? How would you like to be bleeding uncontrollably right now?
I got thrown into a bulkhead, and my leg is broken.
Okay. Probably
Simple or
Owie.
compound fracture.
it's probably
Compound.
his femur.
Compound fracture of the femur.
Yeah, not good.
Hey, ease up. It's not mealtime yet. All right, Ren, chill.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my
He takes
goodness.
the time to make a crack at you while flying and everyone's getting.
Yeah, if he
He
wasn't
would.
doing that, he might not have broken my leg.
Cletus is clutching on to the back of the piloting chair saying, "Where'd you learn how to fly, you damn fool? You're going to kill us all."
So will the people fucking shooting at us. Sit down, farm boy.
You manage to get out of there. You're breaking atmosphere. The ship is, the Unidor vessel is pursuing you, and it's hailing you right now, actually.
I'm going to answer.
Okay. You answer, and the other ship is communicating to you. It says, "Infidels, stop your ship immediately and prepare to be boarded."
This is Yankov Omershbit. No.
Who you calling an infidel?
Give me an influence roll there, Hental.
10.
They're going to find him, and they're going to murder him,
And then we won't have to worry about him anymore.
and we won't have a comedic foil anymore.
We shall
Yankov can
see.
survive.
We shall see about that. So, and do you close the channel?
Yes.
Okay. Give me one last metal roll to dock with the irritated badger.
I swear to Christ, James, I will personally
You,
murder
sir,
you.
are not allowed to criticize anyone's role.
Gideon is going to help you again, even though he's
Dear
getting,
God, you know
he's
I
getting
need it
woozy
more.
from his wounds.
Oh,
That's an 8.
okay.
9.
He turns it into a complete success. However, you had to push the ship harder than it should have. Gideon was controlling the... Gideon made it a complete success. However, he suffers to help you out. So he gets the engines to go more... The critical stress test, it gets you guys out of their range long enough to dock with the ship. However, the internal damage to the ship was such where Gideon gets an electric shock and he falls flat in the ground and he is unconscious. And then you guys dock with the irritated badger.
Beeline to.
You run like hell to the helm. And what do you do? How do you get out of there?
All right. So, do I know any like rough specs on like having had a few interactions with them on this size and class ship? Do I have any rough specs on how fast they are compared to us?
Give me an assessment roll.
What is that?
Expertise.
Oh God, this is gonna be. Hey, 11.
11. So you get a data point on dealing with these Unidor vessels, which means you can add a +1 to a roll involving this ship. You do know about the exact distance and range of their firing arcs, and that the fact that these ships tend to have they're more focused on large scale battles and not so much on the small up close fighters.
Okay.
They were just kind of bombarding you with an overabundance of laser fire, and that got you guys a couple of times.
Sweet. So, I don't think, based off that information, that a wild jump is necessarily needed, because now we can just go at full burn to the nearest jump point and probably outrun them.
That sounds
Do it.
better than a wild jump.
Way better than a wild
The
jump.
nearest jump point is a week away.
That's fine.
Okay.
If we're faster than them, we're faster than them.
So with the navigation room that you have, though, you can also navigate a path using your expertise. You could use the data point, and you can also make it so you avoid this particular faction.
Ooh, even better.
So give me a expertise roll, and you better hope to God you succeed.
Can I ask Wade to help me plot out, since he's in? It's a computer system, and he's in the computer systems.
Wade, AIs don't actually do. They're more focused on hacking, but Gideon's unconscious, so no. But somebody else with expertise or with a good expertise roll can help.
Not I.
As the doctor hops on his one leg to get to the navigation room.
9.
Okay, you succeeded at a cost.
Hey, I have 9.
So that turns it into a total success. So the doctor, in helping you out, the doctor has to overcome some kind of hardship. So
Like walking around on a broken leg.
you punch in, you help, you hit the button, and the blood loss causes you to pass out. He passes out in the navigation room. You navigate the right trajectory to get out of their arc of fire and just burn.
The good news
to
is
stay out of their
anybody
range.
can patch up.
Yes.
So if somebody
we
can
have a
get me.
med bay.
If somebody can get me conscious, I may even be able to perform surgery on myself
Ooh, that sounds fun.
to reset my broken leg.
And Gideon is also unconscious.
He'll wake up. He just bumped his head. He's taking a little nappy nap right now. He's not bleeding.
Does anybody want to check him out?
No.
Okay.
I'm stuck at the helm. Can I leave
Okay.
the helm, or we have autopilot?
You should probably
Stay there.
until
Okay.
you're out of danger.
Hey, Flossie.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that Gideon's still okay?
Sure.
I'm going to
Where
be
is he?
unconscious.
He's next to you.
Oh. Where did he
Yeah,
go?
Yeah, where is he? You look
Oh,
down.
look, there he is.
He's on the ground. Okay.
There he is. Hey.
Give
How's it going
me.
down there.
So if you're going to patch him up, give me an expertise roll. And there's a med bay right here. So you can
Oh,
hook him up
thank
to some
goodness.
machines and get some help with
Let's
that.
see. What should I hook him up to? Maybe let's try this one.
You are.
A terrible doctor.
Gideon is not breathing.
Oh, I should try a different machine. Let's see. What about?
Well, they're
Does somebody want to help?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Snake
that's a
eyes.
1.
that is 2 ones.
No. -1.
Oh my God! Oh Christ on a cracker!
Flossie, do you need help?
Christ on a
Rin,
I picked the wrong
Rin.
machines.
you have a very small window of time to get Gideon into a cryo chamber,
Okay.
which you have in this med bay.
Awesome.
Hurry,
That's
please.
convenient.
None of these machines are working.
I will.
He stopped breathing, and then his lungs go.
I'm doing
For some reason,
CPR.
he's bleeding from the
Just
neck.
stop touching him.
but I have to keep his heart pumping.
No, you're making
Hurry
it
up.
worse. I promise you.
I will pick Gideon up and toss him in. Gently.
Okay. Just give me an expertise roll to see if you turn on the machinery the right way.
It's not looking good.
Oh my God, what did you get? Oh
6.
wow.
Did we just kill Gideon?
Collectively, perhaps.
We don't know what happened because the cryo chamber goes off. Gideon is now in cryo sleep.
Well, thank goodness for that. That was not looking good.
We are going to deal with this at some other point. Okay, and does somebody want to help patch up Dr. Ezekiel as he is unconscious?
Touch me. I would rather bleed out and
Rin,
die.
I will attempt to help you stop him from bleeding.
Oh, can I help too?
God, no.
Yes.
Dear God, no.
Only one person can help.
Oh.
I'm going to tell you if I think I have enough knowledge or not to do this. Dear God. This is expertise?
Yeah.
9.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, at least somebody can roll.
Nope. I don't help her out. I got a 5.
You got a 5 total. So Hental suffers a hardship. You try to get involved, but it blows up in your face in some regard. So
Blood squirts everywhere.
I'm throwing this via the comms, so.
No, I'm in the.
How are you
I'm in the
helping?
helm with
Oh,
you.
that's right. That's right.
Passed out,
Because
bleeding.
you would, yeah.
You're-
You'd help me navigate.
You're helping
Okay.
patch up.
Yeah, no, I get drilled in the face with blood.
However, you are stabilized.
I could crudely set a bone.
Well, you stop the
I would hope
bleeding,
so.
and then when he regains consciousness, he can fix
Gotta
himself.
keep your crops alive.
Well, I can at least stick the.
Keep your crops alive. Okay.
And I'm gonna go take a nap now.
So we'll say this: time passes, and eventually everyone heals because it's a weak burn to get to a jump point. The doctor is fine; he heals them. Everybody else is healed up from the administrations of the doctor.
Yeah, the only thing you forgot when you put him in the cryo tube was autocatheterization. So he's, been swimming
It's a
in his
little
own
bit more
urine.
severe than that. Gideon can't get out of this cryo tube without going to the hospital. So a hospital has to extract him.
No, I can perform surgery.
You can, but you don't have the proper tools. This is the mess up that Rin did.
Okay, fine.
She somehow made the machine do something it wasn't supposed to do.
Yeah, I
But
forgot
I
to hook
saved
up the
your life.
catheter.
Possibly, we don't know.
Potentially.
So
Yeah.
let's do this. So we're going to finish up this episode. It's a burn to get to the nearest jump point. Let's do one close quarters roll, and let's see. There's 4 of you guys. So somebody
Plus the
roll
farmers.
Let's do the players. Let's roll a d4. Let's roll a
Oh.
d4. Well, Kim is 1, so we'll go around. You get
2.
2. So Rin, you can choose. Who are you choosing? You can be any of the players or any of the NPCs.
Let's do Flossie.
Okay.
All right.
So Rin, roll 2d6.
10.
Okay. So describe how the two of you bonded during this trip.
Aw.
Well,
Oh, does it bond over Valhalla? A shared love for fuzzy things?
no. It does
no.
not.
Okay.
If you let me play with the dog, I'll forgive you for stealing my booze.
At first, Ren found Flossie kind of annoying and a little too upbeat and weird. But
All very accurate.
Flossie shared her drink and we got drunk together. And now we have, after a long night of making fun of all the other crew members,
Mm-hmm.
have formed a bond.
So you bonded over making fun of the stupidity of the men of the crew.
Yes.
Of course.
Sounds accurate.
Uh-huh.
All right. We're gonna close up this. So, that happens. You guys are burning towards a jump point. Before you reach the jump point, there's a scene where everybody on the ship, even the passengers and everything, we're gonna get to them, interacting with them later. But everyone on the ship is asleep. The ship's on autopilot. Wade is just on partial shutdown mode, just making sure the ship is flying straight. And in this scene, the camera zooms in on 6 little paws, just kind of like going through the ship, going through the cargo bay, sniffing at things, looking around at stuff, growling at little shipwrats and all that stuff. He's like chittering at things. And he's making his way up towards the helm area. And behind the helm is where the comm booth is. So he kind of goes in there. He's sniffing around. He's kind of curious. And he smells Gideon. He smells, other people in there. And he kind of gets up on the chair. It spins around a little bit. He makes like little cute sounds and everything, just kind of moving around. And he's kind of pawing away at the control panel. Some lights go on, things switch and everything. And he's nuzzling over to the microphone of the comms. And he says 2 words. I'm in. Thank you for listening to the Chaotic Goodness Podcast. We'd like to give thanks to Another Dead Weirdo for our music, Sulfuric for our artwork, Peace Loving Games for our playing area, Tabletop Audio for our music and sound effects, and all the fans and listeners for being awesome, supporting us, and giving us feedback, which is very much needed. A couple of quick announcements before we end. Please submit jump points to us. We are looking for fan ideas on story starters, details of which you can find on our website, chaoticgoodnesspodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media, and please be sure that you rate and review our show.
I'm Tony, the Dungeon Master of D&D Raw, an actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast where the players look for clues and hunt for a secret foe that makes devious plots within the city of Orenthal. Join the party as they attempt to uncover the machinations of a powerful and sinister organization from accomplishing whatever their goals may be. All the while, they must face the ghosts and ghouls of their past. Follow us every other week as we mostly follow the rules as written, and the majority of the party uses the raw elements of Unearthed Arcana material. We have Tor, a dwarven inquisitive rogue, Saria, our Order of the Immortal Mystic, Kalima, the Cleric Domain of the Grave, Sildan, the Way of the Kensei Monk, and to bring us back into familiar territory, Daryl, the Evocation Wizard. You can find our podcast on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and on our website at dndraw.com. So come and join our detectives as they search the streets, and I hope to see you in Orenthal.
Hey guys.
Hey, what?
We got some more fan mail.
What?
Yeah. Check it out.
Read it.
Reviews and mails and all sorts of things.
Nice.
Truths.
Ooh,
Yes.
fancies.
I know. Check
Well,
this out.
that depends. If they're good ratings, they're truths. If they're bad ratings, they're
no, they're
lies.
true.
If
Oh,
they're bad
oh,
ratings,
good.
would they be fake news?
Potentially.
So, Kim, what do we got?
So we have a comment from DM's table, and they say, "This is a podcast to listen to and should be on your radar. Great start, and it will only get better with time, I'm sure. I recommend it for people looking for a sci-fi RPG podcast."
All right. Thank you,
Nice.
DM's table.
Yeah.
Our podcast buddies.
Really hope you guys aren't high.
I kind of hope they are.
I hope they're high on
Better.
our supply.
They've been tapping into the fuzzy wuzzy.
I was just gonna say that.
Oh, yeah, you were.
God, this is what I have to live with.
You're welcome.
And also, we had a review on iTunes, 5 stars.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Super fancy.
From Minutia Men. And they say, "I love old time radio serials, and this podcast harkens back to yesteryear. Well done and compelling. The actors are great at creating imagery and content. Highly recommend." We also have another review, which happens to have been 5 stars as well.
I'm noticing a trend here.
I know, right?
We have a lot of drunks listening to us.
If they're drunk people
Potentially.
that like to
And you
do
know what?
iTunes reviews.
And that's
I do,
okay.
I encourage it personally.
We're not going to criticize their life choices.
No, it's a good
No.
thing.
Exactly.
Embrace your strengths.
So this one is from Archduke Franzi.
Hey.
I like you,
Yay,
Archduke.
fancy.
You're good people.
Francie.
Yeah. And they say, "I've been following this podcast before the crew even recorded their first episode. The setting looked interesting, and it definitely delivers. Like every startup, the quality definitely lacks in the first couple of episodes, but it's contained in just those episodes. The charisma between the players and the characterization of the PCs more than make up for it. Always at the top of my queue when it's time to catch up on podcasts. You rock, Franz.
Oh yeah, thanks. Thank you so much.
Free Fuzzy Wuzzy for you.
Just wait for the next couple of episodes.
Oh, man.
In advance, we're sorry.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
We're so sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry for making you wet yourself because you laughed so hard.
Well, we'll see.
It's going to happen. We're going to get a review from somebody saying that. I
One
see
star.
it now.
We're not truly a
I'm
podcast
psychic.
till we get a 1-star
Fucking sandwich.
comment.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
We need
We're not gonna. Whoa! Spoilers! All right.
it.
All right. So thank you all for. Do we have anything else?
We have
Oh,
one
we do.
more.
Oh.
We had a comment on Facebook from Cricket Lesso.
Oh.
And she says, really enjoying the podcasts, people. So creative and fun. Your banter is most wonderful. That's pretty awesome, I think.
That is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, Cricket.
Thank you.
It's almost like we know each other in real life or something. We have a real connection. I feel a deep personal connection to you guys.
Aww.
Lies.
That could just
We
be the
love
beer
you
talk.
too.
It's probably the beer.
It's probably.
Or this alcoholic fuzzy drink.
Yeah.
Right.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know what it is.
yeah.
Boozy seltzer water. I enjoy you.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you all. Thanks for the
Thank
fan
you.
mail, Kim. And if anybody out there wants to send us some more, we would be more than happy to read it. 1-star review. Yeah, let's read 1-star reviews too. They're going to be entertaining as hell.
Oh, definitely.
Probably.
They get
Yeah.
the yank-off treatment.
All right.
You
All
know
righty.
what? I like that idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
great. If you write us a 5-star review, Kim will read it. If you give us a 1-star review, Yankov Armorschmidt will read it.
We
But
should be careful with
we
that,
don't
though,
wanna
because
entice
people
them.
might, they might do it on
One-star
purpose.
reviews.
Oh, great. Oh, it backfired. It backfired. Oh, no. Abort.